Welcome to the Cryptonometron. This morning, another look at the last 24 hours worth of news stories, and the ones that caught my interest and my attention. First one off was Bitfury and Hut 8 are to set up the largest Bitcoin mining center in North America. This is interesting news. It shows that Bitcoin mining is now something that is very, very lucrative, and a lot of companies are starting to take notice of this. The way they're going to do this is they're actually going to launch an IPO on stock exchange rather than an ICO. Bitfury, of course, are the manufacturer of ASIC chips for the mining equipment, so they have vast experience. And Hut 8 is led by CEO Sean Clark, and they have directors such as Michael Novogratz, who you may be familiar with. He's a billionaire Bitcoin investor, George Kikvadze, Bill Tai, Mark van der Chase, and Valery Vavikov. So very interesting development there, which we will keep an eye on the Cryptonometron in the coming months. Next up was EOS Dawn 2.0 development update was released, and they're now testing on the alpha implementation, which introduces peer-to-peer network code, WASM sanitation, CPU sandboxing, resource usage tracking and rate limiting, Genesis import testing, and inter-blockchain communication. Now, this is an interesting development and a step forward, as it solves some of the problems that they've discovered with other blockchains, such as the Ethereum blockchain, and offers a new way or a new solution in solving them. So what caught my attention here was this infinite scaling and infinite decentralization. As it says here, the holy grail of blockchain technology is to enable secure communication between two independent blockchains without requiring both blockchains to validate everything on the other blockchain. This requires making one blockchain a light client of another blockchain. So it goes into how it's capable of doing this. Very interesting development. Won't spend too much time on the technical stuff, just bringing that to your attention. Of course, EOS now doing quite well on the exchanges as a result of this new technology. In other news, Maksim Zaslavskiy, who defrauded investors with 2 ICOs, has pled not guilty. He was arrested about a month ago, I believe, in New York. And the ICOs he was involved in were Recoin and DRC. So showing that the SEC are now taking ICO fraud very seriously indeed. His 2 ICOs were allegedly backed by diamonds and real estate, but in fact it was just a way to allegedly scam the participants. And there we go. That's the news story from the previous month. He was accused in a criminal complaint of deceiving investors in 2 separate ICOs. He faces up to 5 years in prison. So they're getting serious. So let's hope that they can clamp down on a lot more of the scams, especially the ones that are still running. You know who you are. If you're promoting it, you should be ashamed of yourself. Next up, another SEC emergency action. And this is from the recent PlexCoin ICO. The director, the CEO, and his partner have been arrested, and Plex Corps has been shut down and all its assets seized. The ICO raised up to $15 million from thousands of investors since August, and it falsely promised a 13-fold profit in less than a month. Again, these lending scams and these ICO scams, the SEC is now clamping down on them, which is a good thing. It's fantastic. We like to see this. We like to see something being done about the blatant scammers. Bitcoin mining uses more power than most African countries. This was a news story from yesterday that basically illustrates the massive amount of power that Bitcoin mining is currently using. And if we see down here, we can look at the Digiconomist cites that the combination of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash's estimated annual electricity consumption has climbed to 31 terawatt hours. They also estimate that Bitcoin mining generates $9.7 billion a year. As I said before, it's a massive business. It's so lucrative at the moment. A lot of companies getting into it. The only negative is, of course, it does use a lot of electric power. So Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash mining is using a total of 0.13% of the global energy consumption, which is incredible. So I'll leave the link to that article below. Very interesting, some key facts there for you to ponder. In other news, Bitfinex suffered a distributed denial of service attack yesterday, and it took the system offline. They are also recruiting lawyers, I believe, to pursue some what they say are false claims about their legitimacy. If you are on Twitter, you can't help but notice there are a few Twitter users, one in particular, that are quite vocal and vehement about Bitfinex and Tether. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when the lawyers get on the case. I'm not making a judgment on it at the moment for either party, but I will be standing on the sidelines watching with interest. Belarus is going to legalize cryptocurrency use, it appears. The president has muted that a bill will be passed or forward to the parliament to regulate and legalize cryptocurrency. So this could be a big step forward for Belarus. They are going to regulate cryptocurrency exchange services, financing of ICOs, and that's a big step forward. It means that if the regulations are in place, then people can use them without fear or favor. So very good news indeed. Again in the news, Pan Gongsheng, or Gongsheng Pan, the deputy governor of the Bank of China, he's again been blowing his trumpet on something he knows very little about, saying Bitcoin will die. But again, the Chinese market obviously has completely disagreed with that. He also made some false comments that 80% of the world's Bitcoin trading was happening in China. Absolute nonsense, of course. China wasn't even in the top 3. It was the 5th largest market behind Japan, the US, South Korea, and Europe. Again, the more they bang on about it, the more that you get the idea that they're just empty vessels making a lot of noise. And in other news, Ripio Credit Network have a partnership with Exchange Union to expand their global credit network worldwide. Now, this is very big news as far as RCN is concerned, because this means that they can take their product, their lending system on the blockchain outside, take it globally, and this could really be what makes or breaks them in the next coming months. So, as I mentioned on my video about them the other day, very brief look at their system. They are a lending platform where they give credit, they assess the credit and risk of people, and then you can get a loan from providers that are also able to state their parameters on the blockchain. So it's an interesting system, and this is quite big news for them. In the markets, RCN took a little bit of a leap last night up to about 15-16 cents, and then it retracted slightly as well. It looked like it was going to go absolutely parabolic. It didn't, unfortunately. So we're back to where we were before, around 1,250 Satoshis. And you can see there, it took a very high, steep curve there, and it looked like it was going to just keep on going, but it didn't. A lot of people obviously took profits while they could. Don't know why. This is one I'm going to hold for the longer term. Now let's look quickly at the market cap before I sign off. So Bitcoin still remaining about $11,600. The market cap as a whole is almost 350 billion now. Incredible, and still rising. The target of 1 trillion, 2 trillion perhaps in 2019, not going to be too far off, I think. Of course, the biggest performer still in the top 10 is IOTA, still boosted by its news of partnerships with major conglomerates such as Samsung, Microsoft, Fujitsu. I've spoken about it many, many times. It will continue to amaze. It will continue to perform. With partners like that, it's guaranteed it's going to do well for the future. So quickly looking down, EOS there, almost $4. Incredible. It's gone up almost 400% in just a matter of weeks. So fantastic performance there. Let's have a look at what is trending. Petrodollar, which I'm not sure, but it appears to be the Venezuelan government's currency that I mentioned yesterday in my news report. So let's just take a quick look at that in a second, see if anything else is pumping. Monaco pumping. The reason for the large increase in the Monaco value is because they have been listed on 4 exchanges, which makes it more accessible for people to buy it. If you recall, it has been up about $30 to $36 before, so $17.50 is still not its all-time high, although it is 140% up since yesterday. Another one doing spectacularly well, and one I have spoken about before, is Internext. Very, very low supply, both total and circulating supply of just over 600,000. Something that is going to be much higher in value in the near future. Now would be the time to get a position in it if you have the funds available. So let's look at the losers. I don't think there will be many surprises here. A lot of the cannabis coins and dope coins taking the hit. PlexCoin, of course, absolutely tumbling. It was at 2 cents yesterday. Who the hell is buying it? It's done. You know, it's done. It's put it in a coffin, cremate it. It's gone, guys. Yeah, it's not going to revive. No point in buying it now. It was at 80 cents PlexCoin about 5 days ago, before the arrest and the seizure of their assets. So incredible fall from grace. If you were in on the ICO, you know, that is really bad luck for you. It probably should have done your research a bit better. I do know that several bigger YouTubers, I'm not going to name names, were saying that this ICO, this PlexCoin ICO, was very interesting, and that they were looking for more information about it. They have now, some of them have deleted their videos, although other YouTubers have been putting the videos back up as evidence. Again, this just reiterates, people, you have to be careful about what you listen to on YouTube, yeah? As I keep telling you, it's, you know, this is, don't listen to what I say. It's my opinion only. I will make mistakes, other YouTubers make mistakes. I try to do my research and due diligence so I can give you the best and most balanced view of any ICO or any token that's out there, so that you can make an informed decision. Don't follow me exactly what I say. I might be wrong. We're all infallible. We're all fallible, guys. Sorry, we're all prone to making mistakes. But it just shows you that some of the YouTubers aren't careful in what they promote or what they talk about. They some of them will shill and not tell you that they're shilling as well. A lot of them will pump coins and not tell you that they're backing the coin. A lot of them will back ICOs, or they're involved in ICOs, but won't tell you that they've been paid or back it, or they're getting coins for doing ICO reviews. So be very careful. Be very careful, guys. So to the YouTubers that were saying PlexCoin was something to get into, well, I hope you do a video apologizing to your viewers, because those guys, some of them will be burnt badly on that decision based on your advice. Okay, looking down, nothing else really jumping out at me there. Again, all low market caps, low circulatory supply. Let's have a look at the petrodollar. This appears to be mineable. It's up 1,615%. Incredible gains. Look at that. Just to the moon, guys. Yeah, that is to the moon. Fantastic. So what is it exactly? Let us have a look. Well, there's no website, so that is interesting. So I'll do a little bit more research. If that petrodollar does turn out to be the Venezuelan currency, I will do a video on it and we'll discover a little bit more about it. As such, it's going to have to require a bit more digging. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. If you want me to do any reviews, leave a comment below. Let me know what you want me to review and go over. If there's anything of interest, bring it to my attention. Thanks for watching. Please click like, please subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers now. That'll be a big milestone in this fledgling YouTuber's career. So please click the bell as well for notifications so you know when I release a new video. I will do another video today, guys. I don't know what it's going to be about. I have a couple of ideas, but I'll make it a surprise. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch you later.